You're watching the Wrestling Nerd Broadcast. Now here's your hosts, Tom, Nick, and Dave. It's you, it's me, it's N.R.D. It's you, it's me, it's N.R.D. Uh-huh. Let's start the show.
That is right, ladies and gentlemen. It is you, it is me, it is N, it is D. Tom is not feeling well, so first of all, folks, right away, put in the comments, feel well, get well soon, Tom. We miss you, buddy. But because Tom's not here, we get to talk about sports this week, ladies and gentlemen. Spring training, pitchers and catchers have reported. We just had the Four Nations face-off for hockey. Football is still talking. Shador Sanders will not be working out at the combine. He'll be just working out at Colorado's Pro Day. And golf is a sport, apparently. So there's that. But other than that, how are you, Nick?
No, I'm doing good.
Fantastic. Well, you know what, folks? We mentioned the Four Nations face-off, and I've got a point to make there. But we'll talk about a nation that wasn't involved in the Four Nations face-off, and that is the UK. Why do I bring up the UK? Because of this bad boy right here. One of the most expensive micro brawlers there is. Okay? Now, let me bring up the photo because we got news that there's a new British Bulldog that's going to be available.
Very controversial.
Why is it controversial, Nick?
I mean, I think it's controversial because it's going to kill the value of this one.
You think so?
I mean, I would think so. If you could buy, okay, hold up the picture. Can you bring up the picture?
I'm looking for it right now because this was shared in our Patreon chat, patreon.com/WNRDB. Okay. So this is the original. This was released in 2017.
It was part of the Wave 1, the 22 Brawler giant release they did.
Okay.
But it was one of the ones that got copyrighted strike, so it got pulled pretty early.
Okay. I'm just looking at it for my own taste just to see. But so yeah, we got this bad boy. Oh, I got to turn my brightness down. I always do this. We got this bad boy coming.
Yeah.
Still can't really see it too well. I'll turn the brightness down even more.
And it's different.
It is different. It is different.
If you're starting,
okay, there you go. You can see it better there.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, if you're starting a new collection, and you're like, I need to get the Davey Boy Smith for my collection,
I mean, it's the same, but it's different. So immediate notice things I noticed right away. Obviously, the face is different. I'm sorry if it says my internet's unstable. I hope you can hear me. My thing's fine.
I can hear you now. I don't know.
I mean, it was going fine the entire time for me. So Nick may have frozen, but since I'm the one recording, that's all that matters. But so immediate things I noticed: the face on the new Brawler is a little trimmer. There's more abs. I don't know why that just dimmed a little bit, but the bead colors are different. The wrist guards are different. The trunks, which is the biggest notice for me, are far more detailed in the new Brawler than the old. Obviously, the cape is still, the old English or UK flag. So I'm very tempted to buy it. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
I
don't know how much. I think I might have been frozen when I said this before, though. But like, the reason I think that it kills the value is because if you're starting a new collection and you have the choice where you can buy, I need to get this Davey Boy Smith for my collection. I can either get the one for $20 that just dropped or the one for $200. Of course, everybody's going to pick the $20 one.
That is fair.
Why? Why would you pay $200 for something? I mean, it's just too close. Unless you're a true completist, but there's like only so many of those left in existence.
So you can find the picture better online, but so like this is from SummerSlam 92. That's what this kind of whole thing represents. So on the flag, it says Bulldog on it, which I think would have been going an extra mile there if they could have put that on there. If I'm looking at the OG Brawler, the beads are correct on the OG, which is the big thing. The beads are red and white on the new one. It's just white beads. I mean, like you said, I think it's great for the new collector. I don't think it's different enough where I'm half tempted to buy it because, like I said, this brawler is modeled after the first WWF pay-per-view I ever watched in SummerSlam '92. It's very nostalgic to a lot of us. Um, but as you mentioned, like, yeah, it does kill the value on this somewhat. I don't think it will necessarily because I think, like you said, like to the completionist, to the avid Bulldog fan, this is something somebody's going to want. I think still.
I mean, they did this with the Chris Hero. I mean, the Chris Hero was a dead on just repaint though.
Yeah, the Chris
But
Hero's a dead on repaint, whereas like
it
there's new
killed the Chris
details.
Hero.
There's new detail. Did it kill the value on
I
it?
mean, it's still. I mean, you still can get. I mean, I didn't think I ended up selling the one I had for like $100, which is still
Yep.
good. But I mean, they were going for way more than that.
Interesting.
And then I think a lot of people saying now that they think of Roddy Piper. Somebody's
I
looking into a Piper now because that's the one they're missing.
so this is my thing about like this is it feels like they're just re-releasing this brawler with like slight tweaks. I understand, like we said, the gear itself is more detailed, and there's like other obvious notable changes. But like, I feel like if they did X-Pac in the red gear, it's yes, it's a re. I'd rather have a repaint than minor tweaks like they're doing with this Bulldog.
Yeah.
That do you know how we said Piper? Do it in with the kilt, but the Black Panther T-shirt that they released in a crate years ago. I think that would be
perfect.
this way there's still a distinction between, it's not just like NBA, Madden every year releases pretty much the same game. The rosters just have like 20 new players to it, where
And a
it's
lot of these older brawlers, they're going to be more detailed now when they release them
yep.
because they're just like, I mean, this is from wave one to now. They've learned so
Oh
much
yeah.
like, different little tricks they can do with the brawlers and stuff now.
Absolutely. And I'm very curious to see. So the flag on the back here is molded. It's not a paint. Like everything's molded here. So I'm curious if maybe what's molded, what's not. I also love the texture in the beads, and I hope that like in the braids, I hope they are able to replicate that perfectly. So
And you said as of right now, which is Sunday evening that we're recording this, that they're
we are
still
recording this on Sunday evening, February 23rd, and it is still available on Pro Wrestling Tees.
because the only reason they dropped this one was because the Mariah May sold out so quick.
That's true. Yes, the Mariah
I'm
May
surprised
with a
about that.
molded face too. We're being told still looks terrible.
Yeah, it's still gonna gotta be
Still
pretty
dead
rough.
last on my rankings, but yeah. I mean, like we said, if you're new to the brawler game, you're like, oh man, that's really cool, but you can't afford this one.
There you go.
It's like the Nike. I have Nike Dunks that I wear because I can't afford Jordans, but they look like Jordans. So, good enough, right? But yeah, so let us know what your thoughts are in the comments. We know Jonathan Hodap's going to be pushing for that Roddy Piper They Lived brawler, so maybe one day. Um, yeah. So we talked about the Four Nations tournament. For those of you who don't know what the Four Nations face-off, Nick, do you know what the Four Nations face-off was?
It's hockey, right?
Yes, it was.
That's
Okay,
when
I didn't know you were on.
they booed the national anthem and then fought like 6 seconds into the game. I
I'm going to
watched
tell.
Sports Center.
This is our generation's Miracle on Ice, everyone, except it went in a complete different Hollywood ending here. So for those of you who don't know, the Four Nations face-off was the NHL's version of the All-Star game this year. Rather than doing, East versus West, they took the USA, Canada, Finland, and Sweden, filled it with NHL All-Stars from all four countries, and they had a round-robin tournament. Wound up being Canada versus US in the finals. Connor McDavid beats the US in overtime. Man, was it was arguably the loudest hockey crowd I've ever experienced, except for 2012 when the Devils beat the Rangers in Game 6 of the Eastern Conference Finals. And you know what, Nick? You should know that happened because I mentioned that game in my wedding vows. But yeah, so my question to you, Nick, is this: if we were to make a Four Nations face-off in wrestling, first of all, what countries are we choosing? and let's make it trios. A 4 nations face off of trio.
Oh man,
You don't have to be an actual trio, just who's the 3 representatives.
I would say, okay. I mean, it would have to be America. Would have to be one.
America.
Right away.
Yep.
Japan.
Okay.
Mexico. I mean, if we're doing wrestling, right? Or is Mexico part of America?
I mean, as of recording right now, February 23rd, 2025, Mexico is still not a part of the United States.
I mean, I'm talking about like
when people are watching this years from now, things could change.
North
My wife is giving me the biggest side eye in the world right now. Mexico, the 52nd state, maybe.
Because then, like,
oh, I'm sorry. Would you like to say something?
I would like to defend Nick.
Okay.
You're expecting him to remember something you said in your wedding vows to me, but you don't remember my wedding vows to you.
Oh.
I remember my wedding vows because I blacked out during yours.
I'm
on Nick's side.
No, okay. So Mexico, so U.S., Mexico, Japan,
and then like Europe. Can we just do all of Europe?
All of Europe.
All of Europe.
I would have said Canada personally.
Can we do other
parts unknown?
Oh, this is hard because I mean I mean you could do Canada, but then there's like so many good British wrestlers. So
do you want to do the 5 nations face off?
The 5.
Here's a big question. Who gets to claim Kenny Omega? Because doesn't he have dual citizenship?
Oh, yeah.
Or tri-citizenship? He's Canadian. I think he has dual citizenship between Canada and Japan, honestly.
He just pulls a Mick Foley from the Royal Rumble and he just shows up.
I was gonna say he actually pulls a Hollywood Hulk Hogan. He's like, "Oh my God, that's Kenny's come to defend Canada." What? Oh my God, is he the 3rd man? What great booking! There we go. But yeah, so Team USA. Who's on Team USA?
Team USA. How many people are going to be on these teams?
3.
Okay.
They don't have to have USAs or gimmicks, so it doesn't have to be Kurt Angle, Cody Rhodes, and Sergeant Slaughter.
Obviously, the first person is going to be Shane McMahon.
Oh, geez, Louise. I figured you would have put him over in Europe to represent the entire.
Shane McMahon, the honky tonk man, and it's like no, okay, so Team USA. So what are we? Do we need to build like
build the best trio we can?
Okay.
All in their prime. Nobody's wrestling today. You can dig up dead people. They come back to life.
That's the whole game. That's a game changer completely on this whole exercise. Then.
No, fine. They have to be active now. They have to be active right now. That's the rule. They have to be active now.
I don't know. Who do you think is going to be?
So USA, I'm going obvious number 1 choice, Cody Rhodes. Number 2, we're going John Cena. And then number 3,
There's so many like great choices.
I'm just looking at my figure collection right now, and I immediately look at Eddie Kingston or Darby Allin. Because just imagine if we throw patriotism in here and we can get Eddie on board as patriotic as like he is when he just wants to murder someone over a personal issue, Eddie Kingston's a man that goes to war for friendship, and I'm ready to stand by Eddie Kingston's side. That's my Team USA. John Cena, Cody Rhodes, and Eddie Kingston.
I like it. Can we have a manager?
Shane McMahon?
No, I want to do Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Jim
Duggan bring.
So you get a flag bearer. The flag bearer does not have to be active.
Okay. So Hacksaw, it's going to be Cody Rhodes, John Cena, Eddie Kingston with the flag bearer of Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
I like that.
That's America.
Okay. So then Japan is Okada. Oh man, we could really use Tom right now. Tanahashi, yes. I almost said Tomohiro Ishii, but that's not who I wanted. Do I put Kenny Omega with it? I'm not 100% sure if he actually has dual citizenship. That's the problem. Naito? Probably Naito. No, you know what? Oh, no, actually, no. We'll go Naito. And you know who the flag bearer is? Daryl, the cat.
Daryl the cat.
Daryl the
I was
Cat's the
gonna
flag
say
bearer for Team Japan. And
I'll
then
take
who
it.
else did we have? Mexico?
Mexico. It'd be Penta.
I was gonna say it's Penta, Ray, and who else can we name because we don't know Mexican wrestling that well?
Oh,
Tessa Blanchard.
we could do what's the bull guy that's gonna be in the crate? Everybody thinks the Brawler.
Oh, Black Taurus.
Black
I think
Taurus the
no.
bull.
What's it? He's something else now. I think Black Taurus was his name, or maybe it's still Black Taurus. I don't know. It's the bull guy, but we all know who we're
El
talking about.
Torito. What is? I remember that.
Yeah, there we go. El
Torito.
Torito's the flag bearer.
There we go. This is great. This is something we're booking here.
And then what's our fourth? Who's our fourth country? Canada?
We can do Canada. Let's do Canada.
Okay. So we have to put Kenny Omega there.
Yeah, Kenny Omega. And Bret Hart.
I think Bret's the flag bearer, probably. No, I'm not a big Bret Hart fan. No, I think you know what? I think we'd have to put Bill Goldberg as the flag bearer for America. Bret Hart's a Canadian flag.
Not a big Bret Hart fan.
So we go Kenny Omega. I'm gonna go Kevin Owens because he's doing.
Kevin Owens.
Kevin Owens.
And Sami Zayn. There we go. Kenny Omega.
Yeah, there you
Kevin
go.
Owens and Sami Zayn.
Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, and Kenny Omega.
That's the team right there.
That's a pretty badass team right there.
The Mountie will be the flag.
So there you have it, folks. There's our trios for our Four Nations face-off. So you've got Cody Rhodes, John Cena, and Eddie Kingston with flag bearer of Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Team Japan, that's Okada, Naito, and Tanahashi with flag bearer of Daryl the Cat. Then you've got Team Mexico, Rey Mysterio, Penta, and who else did we have? We had somebody else from Mexico. Why did I blank?
The bull guy.
Yes, Black Taurus.
Black Taurus.
With El Torito as the flag bearer, and Team Canada, Kenny Omega, Sami Zayn, and Kevin Owens with a flag bearer of the Mountie. So let us know in the comments below who is winning that Four Nations face-off. I'm interested in that. I thought
what a great concept that is, though.
It's a fantastic. I mean, people have tried the world. Bring my dog here. Come on, bring him here. Because here's the thing, I did a bridal show this weekend, and I told people, like, you get unlimited Zoom calls with me, and on occasion, Jack joins us, and like, who's Jack? That's Jack. Oh, hi, my son. Oh.
Tom's going to be so mad.
Oh, Tom, this is a dog. Okay, you want to go to bed? You go to bed, sir. Goodbye, everyone. Okay, you go see your mom. Okay. Ooh, what? That was my wife, too, everyone. So, hey, like that. You get dogs. You get sports. Did Pat McAfee win a Super Bowl, by the way?
I think so.
Was he on that Colts team?
I think he was with Peyton Manning.
Because I saw somebody mention, like, I watched like a list like the 10 most non-PG things to happen during the PG era on WWE, and they said like how Pat McAfee called Braun Breaker a brick shithouse and and everyone laughed it off. Also, I love that I put into Google, did Pat, and it goes, McAfee win a Super Bowl. No, he did not.
I'm about to say, I feel like I've never seen him wear a Super Bowl ring, and he's the kind of guy that if he had a Super Bowl ring, he would probably wear it a lot.
Yeah, just Pat McAfee didn't win in Super Bowl 44 versus the Saints. Oh, because that was he played in a Super Bowl, I believe, but that's the one that the Saints had the onside kick, I think. Okay. So he's played in a Super Bowl, didn't win the Super Bowl. That's right, because the Colts beat the Bears. That was like 2000.
God, that was so long ago.
7? And Pat's up. You know what's really weird? I think Pat McAfee's only 2 years older than me. I'm 36. He's 38, I think.
Older than all of you.
Pretty wild. Anything else? Anything else to talk about? Anything exciting in wrestling?
I haven't watched a lot of wrestling. I'm confused about a few things that I've read on Twitter. What's up with the ring? The ring being too small in Australia?
Like Grand Slam Australia. This is the thing. Apparently, the standard ring that you always see on Dynamite and NXT, Raw, SmackDown, whatnot, is 20 feet by 20 feet. The one they had in Australia was 18 feet by 18 feet. So I just assumed when I watched it, I didn't even anticipate the ring actually being smaller. I just figured, the way the arena is and they got to keep people back, there's just more room on the outside. Nope, ring's smaller. It's 18 by 18.
What I read is like they didn't get it out there in time, like they were trying to, but just didn't make it.
I'm assuming maybe it just cost too much to ship it
that was like
far.
The best. Like so, they were saying that was like the best one that was within like
3,000
miles.
I couldn't get a straight answer on that because I read a couple different things like they had a problem getting their ring out there or something to the effect of they kind of like when you go, and it's a common practice, when you go on an international tour, you borrow a ring from somebody out there. And that's like the basic use of a 18 by 18 ring. But who knows?
You think that like if they got all this money and they're trying to go to like all these things, they should just like put a couple rings out on like every continent and just store it out there somewhere for when.
I mean, Tony's got the money.
Yeah.
I mean, Tony's got the money.
You see his dad's yacht that pulled up at the
Did I ever show you the video of Jameis Winston discovering Shad Khan's yacht?
Yeah.
It's like the greatest. He's like, is that a Jaguar on the yacht?
Yeah.
Why would there be a Jaguar on the yacht?
I see that video.
Because Shad Khan's.
I knew that day that AEW will never fold as long as his dad is.
Yeah. As long as Shad Khan's alive.
And even after, because Tony, who thinks Tony's going to inherit all this money?
Yeah. AEW's going nowhere.
AEW exists until Tony gets bored of it.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. And that's why when he had his conversation with Shane McMahon, Shane McMahon wanted all that power. He just said, get out of here.
I couldn't believe he ghosted Shane
McMahon. Ghosted him. You know, now my wife's not here. I think I might buy that British Bulldog Brawler.
There you go.
Elimination Chambers this Saturday.
Yeah.
Which means this week, maybe tomorrow, on Wednesday when we air this. It'll be tough to do it live. Yeah, I'll have to do it live just for. So what we're going to do is I have declared my entry into the Royal Rumble, ladies and gentlemen.
The Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, I have. And so I get a spot for WrestleMania. And so we're going to choose 5 additional patrons, and then we're going to choose who gets what entrant into the Elimination Chamber. So there you have it, everyone. DDJ also says he wants to defend his crown.
Oh.
Yeah, so this is what this is looking like. So DDJ wants to do a trivia contest against somebody. We're going to have to determine who that is. But so this is how it could break down. DDJ wins the trivia contest. He would then face Owen and the winner of the Elimination Chamber contest. If DDJ loses that trivia contest, it is whomever the king is versus DDJ versus the winner of the chamber versus Owen Carpenter versus whoever the hell we feel like putting in your way, DDJ, because this is our show. I'm a multi-time Herald Award winner, baby. I'm better than Owen Hart, okay? I own the Bulldog. I own Repo Man. I own the Godfather. I own a Flamingo bottle opener. What you know about that, okay? Just saying. I'm just saying. I also own a game-used baseball from a Red Sox-Yankee game in the original at the new Yankee Stadium in 2009. So, just throwing that out there. Do you have anything else to talk about this week?
The only other thing that I could think of that I wanted to mention on here, I was reading. I'm going to talk a little Jey Uso.
Oh,
real quick, a little yeet. That this is like one of the worst selling WrestleManias in some time and stuff, and that since Jey Uso won the Royal Rumble, they've only sold 500 additional tickets. That's what I don't know how true this is.
I do. Here's my thing, and I said this when they announced the date for WrestleMania. WrestleMania is literally on Easter Sunday.
And it's in Philly, right? It's going to be cold.
No, it's in Vegas. It was in Philly last year.
It's not in Philly this year?
Beast Mortos, by the way, is the name of the guy. Black Taurus was his name prior.
I think that it was in Philly this year.
Last year was Philly.
Oh.
But no, so my and I've said this constantly. WrestleMania, April 20th, day 2 is on.
Oh, it's in Vegas. That's going to be awesome, though.
Yeah, it's in Vegas, but it's Easter weekend. People are spending time with their family. Like, I genuinely don't know if I'll be able to watch any of WrestleMania live.
Yeah.
Like, typically we record on Sunday night after Mania is over for the broadcast after Mania, I think we're gonna have to do it on Monday, and I'm gonna have to just stay up late and edit it because I'm a crazy person. But like, I've always joked, like, I always put in the thought, like, maybe I'll take the trip out to WrestleMania. Like, I thought about it last year. I chose to go to opening day over it. Mania is in Vegas. Yeah, really cool, but it's on Easter. I spend that with my family. Next year, it's in New Orleans. I've always wanted to go to New Orleans. I've been told that's my kind of town. You get to just drink in the middle of the street, act like an asshole, and nobody likes the Carolina Panthers. My kind of town.
Does the WWE just follow the Super Bowl around and go like the year after they do the Super Bowl?
They usually do, just because they always. I remember like they've always tried to do it to like break the attendance record. So, because like yeah, they typically do it. I'm trying to think, because yeah, they've done it. Tampa, they did it. So WrestleMania was right after.
Yeah.
No, it was before. Yeah, that Super Bowl was before. It was supposed to be the other way around, where Tampa held it, and then the Super Bowl was the following
That
week.
was in COVID, right?
Yep.
COVID.
SoFi Stadium. No, SoFi's been open a few years. I feel like
Dallas.
maybe.
I don't know, but it's just interesting. And when you said that, I started thinking in my head. I was like, "Wow, that's like the order of the Super Bowl."
I feel like they've done that multiple times, though. Like when a new stadium opens, because like the Texans started in what 2005. The Houston Texans started in 5, so WrestleMania 25 was at I think it was N.R.D. Stadium or wherever the Texans play.
N.R.D.
Ford Field was WrestleMania 23, and I think that opened in 2002, maybe. I could be wrong, but
you should see.
I know they definitely like to break the Super Bowl's attendance rate, which it's not like a big accomplishment. It's like, congratulations, you clearly hold more people.
They're going to be building a new one in D.C. soon. That's what I keep hearing.
Oh, are the Commanders getting a new field?
Yeah, I mean it's going to be like
left field sucks.
It's going. Oh, I know it's the worst.
I see videos every fucking week that the Commanders have a home game, just like water falling out of people.
I mean, it's going to probably be. They're supposedly trying to get the land that the old stadium was that they had before that, the one that's like actually in D.C.
Oh, they'd actually be Washington Command, not the Maryland. Yeah. Hey, we're close enough to Washington.
Even if they I mean, I guess it's really hard to do because it's like dealing with the government, like the federal government with the land.
I'm not surprised. Like, DC's not that big.
Yeah, so but
DC's like
looks like it's going to happen. But even once they find, I mean, if they approve this thing tomorrow and said, okay, go with it, it's probably going to be 8 years or something before it's built. It's like one of the things. It's going to be huge.
Donald Trump will sign an executive order. It's okay. As long as if you win the Super Bowl, you have to come say hello afterwards. That's what I want from everyone. You've got to come visit me. Come say hello. It'll be a good time. But
you're gonna make fun of that.
Yeah, we got anything else? I don't know.
No, I mean, I kind of got covered all the things.
Yeah. So, folks, let us know what you think in the comments below. Who's winning our Four Nations face-off in our trios match? Again, it's John Cena, Cody Rhodes, and Kenny Kingston. Eddie Kingston with Jim Duggan as the flag bearer. Okada, Naito, Tanahashi with Daryl the Cat as the flag bearer. Penta, Beast Mortos, and Rey Mysterio with El Torito as the flag bearer. And Kenny Omega, Sami Zayn, and Kevin Owens with the Mountie as the flag bearer.
I kind of like that. Team Canada. That's kind of.
It's a pretty badass. I love that we left off anyone that was actually ever in Team Canada in TNA.
I also think Rey Mysterio lives in California and is like, I don't know. I think he might originally be from Mexico.
He's Mexican. He's of Mexican descent. It's okay. You don't have to have dual citizenship. But so yes, let us know that. Let us know your thoughts on the new Bulldog Brawler and who you hope they do repaints and recreations of as well. And yeah, let us know what your thoughts are for the upcoming baseball season, folks. Yankees could win the American League, maybe win the World Series, maybe cure my depression. We'll find out. There's only one way to find out, and that's play all 162 games.
Right.
So don't forget to check out AquaCare Pool Services on Facebook. Check out DJ DaveCTheVoice on Facebook and Instagram. And check out Tom's Got Glasses. And make sure you put your well wishes for Tom in the comments below because he's not feeling well. So, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of myself, the future king of the nerds, Dave Canning, DaveCTheVoice, the founding father, Mr. Nick Carpenter, and our sick comrade, Mr. Tom Says Hi, Sasso. Don't forget to tell your mother you love her every day because, like Kevin Durant said, Mom, you're the real MVP. Good night, everyone. And God bless America.
Then no
This is
Tom.
the part where Tom gets really close and makes everyone uncomfortable, so I'll just say it. Cheeks. Cheeks.